Welcome back with a new video. I am Dilshad sir. Today I am going to talk about debugging in .NET. So it is very important concept in the every language or every technology. Debugging is one of the important concepts. So today I will discuss in .NET. So these are the something like what is debugging, why debugging, breakpoint for debugging, how to apply or delete the breakpoints or process of debugging. So we'll see one by one what is meant by all these things. So first I will check what is debugging. So debugging is a process to check the code and the result, or we can say output line by line. Okay, how we can check? So how whatever the code we have written, so you write, so that time you see the result output. So how you see the result? When I click on the start button from the Visual Studio, you can see the output. So here one output windows will show and you can see the output. Here you can see addition of two numbers is 20, but so as I am expecting here, so addition of two numbers like addition of num1 and num2 must be 30, but I am getting here total equal to 20. So this is not correct. So how we can check? How we can identify where I have missed? So that's the reason why we use debugging. Debugging we use to check line by line code and the output or result. So where I have missed something, where I have missed some logical things, where we are getting the problem. So that's the reason we check using the debugging. For debugging, so here the output must be 30. So what should be the output here? Here it should display 30. But why it is coming? So maybe somewhere we have missed. So how we can check? So we can check line by line code with using breakpoints. Using breakpoints. So breakpoints for debugging. So how we can apply the debugging? We can see here on the line number 6. Here is some red symbol is showing. When I check on line number 6, all the messages or the code are coming in the red symbol. So same here, I will check with the Visual Studio. So I want to check from starting. So as we know, the code starts from the main method. So I'm going to put the breakpoint on line number 9. So how we can put the breakpoint? So we can put the breakpoints on this line number 9. So we click on the line number 9, or we can press F9. What we can press? We can press F9 button is there. F9. Okay. So on the top you can say F1, F2, F3 up to F12. So you can put using F9, or if F9 is not working, so you can use with the function button, function F9. So if I press the F9, it will show one breakpoint. So using F9 we can put the breakpoints. How we can check? So we can check also from here. When you go to the debug menu, you can see here toggle breakpoints. Here is the one function button is showing like F9. So we can use F9 here. So when I click F9, or we can click on the breakpoints, so you can see. So toggle breakpoint will be there. Okay. Or either you can directly put here, like in the gray color column, you can put here. Directly you can click here on the row, it will show the breakpoint here. Breakpoint will be in the red symbol. Like if I click on the line number 14, it will show. So breakpoint will show in the red color. Okay, so here it will show in the background red color and font color is white. Okay. Same as it is when I click on continue, or we can click on the start button, so it will start debugging and it will start from line number 9. So here you can see the project has run, but we are not able to see any output. So no output is showing here. So how we can check the output? So how we can check the code? So we can check the code by line by line. So how? Using debugging. So how we can check line by line code? So there is some step to check line by line code. So what are the steps to check line by line? Like if I want to go on line number 10 or line number 11, line number 12 or whatever. So how we can go? We can go through the F10 or F11. Okay, how we can go? So here on the top you can see F11 or F10 or shift F11. So how it's work? So if you click on the F10, it will check line by line. It will not check internal function. So I have not written any method here, so I will check with the method also how it's work F10, F11 or shift F11. Okay, so first I will see here how we can check with the F10. When I click on F10, or we can click on F10 button from your keyboard, or if it's not working F10 directly, you can work with the function F10, or you can click from here. Okay, so when I click on F10 here, so the cursor is on line number 9. So you can see breakpoint is on line number 9. It is coming in yellow symbol. Okay, so when I click on F10, the cursor will go to the line number 10. So how we can check what are the values storing in the num1 and num2 variable? So currently if I hover on num1, you can see there is a 0 value, there is no value right now. Okay, why? Because on the line number 10 I have written a code. What I have written? I have written int num equal to 10. Okay, but the cursor is on line number 10. It has not crossed. If the cursor has not crossed, means we have not applied any value. So how we can check the value 10 value on num1? So when I click again F10, so it has crossed, like line number 10 has crossed. Now the cursor and the breakpoint available on line number 11. So I can check here num1 value on line number 10. So when I hover on it, we can see what are the value on num1. So we can see here the num1 value is 10. So however, you can see line number 11 num2 value is 0, still 0. So how? If I'll do F10 or F11 here, nothing will happen. It will move to the next line and we can see. So now num2 is 20. So what I have given message here? I have given message addition of num1 and num2. So currently you can see no message is showing. Why? Because on line number 12 you can see line number 12 has not executed yet. So when I click F10, you can see output on the output screen. You can see here addition of num1 and num2. Okay, here we are doing some operation. So we can see here what are the result is 0 right now. So what we have to do, we have to add these two numbers num1 and num2. How we can add? We can add num1 plus num2 in the result. But here you can see when I click F10, the result will be what? Result will be the 20. Why it is 20? We have to store num1 and num2, but we are storing, we have missed here what? We have missed num1, we are passing num1, that's fine. But here I have passing what? Num1 again. That's the reason output is coming 20. Num1 plus num1, what will be the output? 20. So that's the reason total result is coming. What we can see here, what will be the result? 20. When I see here nothing is coming, when I click on F10 again, the output will come. So what output will come? It will come 20. Okay, it will come 20, right? So if it's not working, you can restart again, or we can see here line by line. If we click F10, 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 F10 and F10, so you can see here output total is 20. So I have identified where I have missed the code. So I have missed the code, so I will stop the project and I will put here num2. So if I will put the num2, so the result becomes 30. So now the output will be 30. So output will be the 30 will be the correct output. Okay. If I don't want to see the all lines line by line, so what I can do, I can click on the continue or F5. I can click on the continue or F5, or we can also one by one step over. We can see another thing. Step over is also there. Shift F11, so we can see directly the output. Okay, so now it is the output. So I have seen here process. So how we can check with the F10 or F11? Okay, so here I have checked with the F10. What we have checked? I have checked with the F10. So how we can work with the F11? So what is mean by, what is the difference between F10 or F11? So F10 check the code line by line, but not checked internal methods or whatever, internal method or internal whatever we are calling. So how we can identify it is working or not, it is checking or not? So here I will create one method. Okay, here I will create a one method, or before this first I will remove the breakpoints. How we can remove the breakpoints? When I click again on the red symbol, it will remove. When I click here, it will come. So how we can remove? We can remove from here also, debug, and here you can see delete all the breakpoints. When I click on it, so it will be deleted. It will show one pop-up. Do you want to delete all breakpoints? If I will click this, it will be deleted. Okay, from where? From debug. Okay, so delete all breakpoints. Okay. So how we can check F10 or F11? What is the difference between F10, F11 and shift F11? Okay, we can see here F11 and third one is shift F11, shift plus F11. So you can see here. So I am going to write one method. So I have already written method. Okay. So I have written one method check age for the voter ID card. How? So I have written here. So I am going to call this method. Okay, so how we can call? So this method has written in under this class. Okay, so I will create object for this class. So obj equal to new class. Okay. So how we can call the method? With the help of object. Object dot whatever the method name will be there, it will come. You can see it is asking one voter ID, vote age. So how we can take? We can take this age from the user. So I will give one message here, console dot white line enter age. Okay, I've given one message. So how we can take the input? So I can take input like age equal to console dot read line. So read line we use basically for take the input from the user. So we cannot pass the readline directive. Why? Because it's returned the string value, so we have to convert it to the integer. So I can write convert dot to in 32. Okay, so we'll write under this. So it will convert into the integer and it will store here. So what we have to pass? We have to pass here integer type value, that is what age. Okay, so I will pass here age. Fine. So whatever the value we are passing, why it is asking for the age in integer value? Why? Because we have passed here parameter. Okay, so whatever the value will be there here, it will store into here. So how we can check? We can check line by line. Okay, so from line number 33 I will check. I will put the breakpoints. How we can put the breakpoint? Just click on the line number 33 on the left column in the gray sample. Okay, I will start. So up to 31 it will be executed. Okay, you can see up to 31 it is executed. You can see the output also on the output screen. Here you can see the output. Total is 30. That's fine. Up to here it is executed. Now line number 33. You can see I have written one message, enter age. When I click on the F10, so it will go to the next line. It will execute the next line. Okay. Sometimes it does not work due to some doing some changes on the output string. Okay, so we'll start again. When we can see here, so output is coming 30. Okay, when I click on the F10, you can see the output. Output is asking enter age. Okay, so when I minimize it, when I click again F10, it will open one pop-up output screen. Okay, or if it's not opening, so you can see here you have to enter here some age. What? So when you enter age, like if I am entering the age 18, so whatever we have entered, how can I see? We can see here in the age. Why? Because we have executed, we have read the value using this console.readline and storing into the age variable, which is integer type. So we can see here whatever I have entered, it is showing. So I have entered 18, so it is showing 18. That's fine. So now I am creating the object for this class. I am clicking F10. So now we can see here, if I click on F10, what will happen? Will it go to this method? Wherever this method written, just I click on go to definition, we can see. So I have written method from line number 9 to 19. So will it go into this method? No. If I click F10, it will not go to this method. If I click F11, then it will go to that method. How? We can see here. When I click on the from top, you can see here step over F10. So when I click on it, so it is coming on line number 40 directly. It is not going on this line. But we have written some logic here. If the age is 18 or greater than 18, so you can see this message. Hope it will execute and you can see the output. You can see the output here directly. Congratulations, you are eligible for the voter ID card. So directly it is coming here. We are using console.readline to hold output screen. When I click on continue, output will be finished and you can see the output screen. Okay. So how we can check the line by line? Like here I am checking line by line, fine. But how we can check the internal functionality of this method? So we can check internal functionalities of this method by using F11. So how we can start again? Here you can see it's executing line number 33. When I click F10, again F10, so one output window will come. So I will enter here as a 19. So whatever value we have entered, it will store into age variable 19. So now I'm creating the object, clicking on F10. So now you can see what we are passing. We are passing 19 in this parameter. So how we can check this method? What are the functionalities written in this method? So how we can check? So we can check by F11. Here you can see first one is the step into F11. So when I click into F11, it will redirect to line number 9. Why? Why? Because we have written this method I am calling on line number 38. So what we have passed here? We have passed here as a 19. So how we can know? So we can check in this parameter. So we have given some different names. So when I will hover on it, I can see. So what I have passed. So I have passed 19. So 19 is coming here. Okay. So based on the 19, I'm checking what. So age is greater than whatever you have passed, whatever I have passed. So I'm checking here. It must be greater than or equal to 18. Any of the functionalities should match. Like whatever the value is there, like if click on F10 or F11, whatever you want, you can click here. So F11 I can press. So it will check. It will check your functionality is true or not. So how we can check? We can hover on it. In this greater than equal to symbol, you can see the output also. So it is showing true, means at the time of debugging we can also see the conditional test statement outputs true or false, like. So it is showing true, means it's true, means it will go into this function in this block, sorry. So when I click on F11 or F10, it will go into this block and it will execute. Then it will not go to this else block. So if block has executed, you can see the output also. Congratulations, you are eligible for voter ID card. When I click on F11 again, so it will go, it will come here, and F10 or F11, whatever. Now it has completed. So after that it will come into this point and F10 or F11. Now you can see the output. Finally we can see. So now I have understand. I think you all have understand what is the difference between F10 or F11. When I click F10, it will not go to this method and execute line by line. It will check all the functionalities from this method, and whatever the output will come from here, it will directly come. It will directly show. If I click F11, then we can check what are the functionality written under this method. We can check using what? F11. Okay. So one more functionality, one more option is there. Shift F11. What is mean by this? Okay. So sometimes we check some methods. So if the method is written n number of code, like 1000 lines of code or 200 lines of code, whatever, 300, 100. So I don't want to check each and every functionality under this the block or under this the method. So what can I do? Like if I click on F10 here, it will go here, it will ask age. So I will enter age as 20. I click enter. It will go to this to create an object. It will call this method. When I click F11, so it will go here. I don't want to check all the functionality. Actually, I want to check only if parameter values is coming or not coming. So that's fine. I have checked the parameter value is coming. I don't want to see this step. So what we can do? We can do shift F11. If I click on the shift F11, so I will not check. Means the compiler will not check each and every step. It will come out from this block. Whatever the block we have written, it will come out the block. So basically we use shift F11 to come outside the block. Okay. So how the block works? Block works with the open curly braces and close curly braces. Okay. When you click on F11, you can see. So it is coming after checking this, and after that we can click F10 or F11 or shift F11, whatever. So you can see the output here. So we are not going to check each and every line. So that time we can click what? Shift F11. Okay. One more thing is there. When I will restart again, okay, from here we can restart. Okay. So if I don't want to check anything, if I have checked here, our result is perfect. I don't want to check even this one. So directly we can click on the continue button. Here on the top, you can see in the top center, you can see continue. Like if I put the breakpoint on line number 40, sorry. So when I click on the continue, if I don't want to check, it will redirect to 40 directly. It will redirect to 40. So why it has not redirect? Why? Because we have asked here input to take the input from the user on line number 34. And click on 34. So I'll give 34 or anything. So it will redirect to here. Okay. So directly we can click on continue. If I want to pass directly value, if I don't want to use this one, we can comment also. Okay. Or we can pass directly value like 30. Okay, that's fine. If I want to check directly, like here I have put it the some breakpoint line number 37, and I want to check here also line number like if I want to check directly output is coming or not, line number 13. So how we can check? We can click on a start button. When I click on a start button, it will start from the main method, whatever the functionality it is, and the main method it will execute. Okay, so here it is executing 37. So why it is not going executing from here? So you know very well. So C# program start with what? Main method. So execution start from where? Main method. If you don't know, you can watch my previous video, main method. Okay, in the C#. Okay, so when I click on continue, it will redirect here. If the process is true, if the execution statement is true, then it will go to here. When I click on the continue, you can see here, it is redirecting to here. So we can check one by one how we can check. When I click on the continue, it will go to this one. Okay, so we can also with the continue button we can check redirect to that functionality. Like sometimes we write lots of functionalities. I don't want to check. I want to check from the starting and end. So like on the starting from line number 27 and redirecting to another line. So I don't want to go each and every step. I want to go from the starting and last. So what will I do? I will click on continue only. So here you can see on the line number 27 it is coming. I don't want to check each and everything. I want to see on the line number 40. So how we can do? We can do using clicking the continue button. Okay, when you click on the continue, it will go here. It will come out. Okay, so you can see the output. So these are the steps for the debugging. So I have discussed all those things in the debugging. So how we can delete the breakpoints? We can delete the breakpoints from here. Control Shift F9 or delete all the breakpoints. When I click here, it will show one pop-up. You want to delete all the breakpoints. I will say yes. So it will delete all the breakpoints. Okay. So I have covered all the things. What is debugging? Why debugging? Breakpoint for debugging. How to apply? How to delete? Process of debugging. So I have discussed all the things. So please do like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.